This is program number 3 of week 8. This one here, we are combining the for each loop and a method together to try to make a little program. Here we are trying to calculate the total cost of a bunch of different items. So the program is called out in the PowerPoint here. I like my version of it better, so we'll look at that, but you're free to do whatever you like as long as it works. So let's start out here. In our main method, we're starting out. First thing we need to do, we're going to define an array. I'm going to use doubles because if I'm using math, I like to use doubles. The other example uses decimals, but I think that's overkill for what we're trying to do. So first thing we need to do, get the size of the array from the user. So we're going to prompt the user to say, how many books do you want to buy? We're going to get that number. We're going to call it n. So we're going to set up an array. We're going to call it price. So that's a double array. It's going to be of size n. So we're setting that up like that. We've done that a couple times before. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to prompt the user to enter in all the different elements of the array. So we're going to do this to actually write a line for each element they're going to enter. So we're going to say enter the price of book, and then I'm going to say I plus 1, so it's going to actually start at 1. So element 0 is going to call it 1 and go through until n. So if we say 5 books, it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 instead of 0 through 4. That's why I'm doing the I plus 1 there. And then every time they enter something, we are going to populate the element in the price array with that number. So we're going to get an array that's going to have all the prices that they want. This is basically populating the array. And then we have our hold screen here. And then we're going to call a method that's going to basically total up all the prices for us. So this method, I'm calling it price total for your books. I am passing a variable to it, which is my price. So this price variable, I am passing that to the method, so it needs that array of data to use. Okay, so then let's look at the other method that we're defining here. So it is receiving a variable, which is a double array, and once I get that information, I'm putting that into a new array, calling it costs. You can actually use the same variable name here and here. I'm just calling them different things so that you see that they don't have to be the same name each time, but you can use the same name if you like. So now I'm defining a new variable, saying total amount, and then I'm going to run a for each loop here. So I'm going to say for each element in costs, I'm going to go through something that's called the single book price. So each element I'm calling single book price in the array cost. And then we want to take all those elements and basically add them all together. That's going to be our total cost. So we're going to say total amount is going to be the sum of all of those. Now each time that we loop, we can remember, going way back, you can use this plus equal. That basically means that is the same as saying total amount is equal to total amount plus whatever the new element is. Okay, so plus equal is basically a way to do that iterative summation. So that is going to add this every time it updates the loop. So the total amount is going to add all this up. That's going to loop however many times it needs to, basically based on however many elements there are in there. And then once that's finished, we're going to get down here and we're going to do a write line. Total amount for all your books is that total amount variable. So let's see this thing run. So let's say I want to buy 7 books. Total for 1 is going to be 2.5, 4, 4.56, 4, 7, 5.43, 5. Total amount for all your books is $32.49. Okay, so that is basically the output you should get. That is our program number 3. Okay, give that a try, pack it up, good luck.